is Valley News Live at 4.
What a difference a day can make here in the Red River Valley. Yesterday, temps in some places reached into the 50s. Today, as you can see, people are picking up their pace outside, especially when going into a store and returning to their vehicles. The much lower temps and stronger winds have really put a bite into our weather. So whether you have errands to run or plans to travel tomorrow, let's check in with our chief meteorologist, Hutch Johnson, on what you can expect. Hutch?
Mike, thanks so much, and good afternoon, everyone. It was noticeable, that big time cool off. Take a look at this. 24 hours ago, we were this much warmer, 28 degrees warmer in Fargo yesterday at this time, and 36 degrees warmer than right now in Minot, as our temperatures have just really bottomed out. And it'll be the coldest night of the season for many areas, and the winds will eventually decrease, but I still expect them to be gusty and through our entire evening. That's one of the things we're watching. Then spotty icy roads mainly in central Minnesota, North Dakota. And then we still have some areas where we have reduced visibility, and sub-zero wind chills become our main concern. So the hour-by-hour forecast shows the clouds with us exiting. We're going to have the coldest of the air moving right over us as we start our Thanksgiving day. The good news is it won't be as windy. So your Thanksgiving looks to be chilly. And tonight, well, look at the wind. Look at this from Grand Forks. Ice crystals drifting through the sky, being lofted. Temperatures tonight are going to be brutal. Dangerous wind chills down below zero for many. I'll have hour-by-hour details on that and what you can expect after the big holiday coming up for your return trip home, that is, Mike, in a few moments.
What a change.
Yes.
For those of you who have loved ones traveling right now or maybe are planning to drive tomorrow, here are the current road conditions across majority of North Dakota. Things looking pretty good, but the North Dakota DOT is reporting scattered ice near Bismarck. Also, the roads to the north and in and around Minot are wet and slushy. Highway 3 north of Steele is reported to be snow covered. On the Minnesota side, everything looking clear for now. You can find the road conditions anytime at valleynewslive.com or by downloading our VNL weather app. We have breaking news out of Georgia today. A jury has reached a verdict in the trial of the 3 white men accused of murdering Ahmaud Arbery last year. Natalie Brand has reaction from Brunswick, Georgia.
Malice murder.
There was a brief outburst in the courtroom as the judge read the verdicts.
Guilty.
And cheering as word reached the crowd outside.
Count 4.
Travis McMichael found guilty of malice murder, and all 3 defendants convicted of felony murder in the killing of Ahmaud Arbery.
Greg McMichael, guilty.
During the trial, Travis McMichael claimed he shot the unarmed jogger last February in self-defense.
He has not threatened you?
No.
Hasn't pulled out a gun?
No, ma'am.
Hasn't pulled out a knife?
He did not.
McMichael testified his father, Gregory McMichael, told him to grab his gun before they chased Arbery through Brunswick, Georgia, in an effort to make a citizen's arrest, believing he had committed a crime.
These are real experiences of real people who were very scared.
Prosecutors argue it was not a citizen's arrest since the 3 men had no direct knowledge of a crime being committed.
You can't make a citizen's arrest because someone's running down the street and you have no idea what crime they have committed that day.
This is the scene outside the Glynn County Courthouse shortly after the verdict was read. Demonstrators who have been here since the start of the trial have called for justice for Ahmaud Arbery.
I've been here 30 years. 30 years. And to get this outcome right now, it's a blessing.
Arbery's mother thanked her supporters.
It's been a long fight. It's been a hard fight, but God is good.
State of Georgia versus
the 3 defendants all face life in prison. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Brunswick, Georgia.
Neither Brian nor the older McMichael testified during the trial. The Fargo memory caregiver accused of a deadly assault on one of her patients is taking her case to trial. The alleged assault happened August 3rd at the Mapleview Memory Care in South Fargo. 59-year-old Rachel Cooper is charged with manslaughter, endangering an eligible adult, and in the death of 78-year-old Gary Pearson. Cooper told investigators that she was cleaning Pearson's bathroom when she and Pearson started struggling over the bathroom door. Surveillance video shows Cooper pushing Pearson. Later, she admits to struggling with him again. This time, he tripped and fell. Medical examiners ruling that Pearson's death was a homicide. That trial is slated to begin on February 8th. An East Grand Forks man is accused of beating his father with a walker. It happened in the 500 block of 5th Avenue Northwest on Sunday. The victim told authorities that he and Joseph Cornelli got into an argument. Cornelli is accused of hitting the victim numerous times in the head and arms and telling his dad that he was going to kill him. While Cornelli says nothing happened, his brother stated he witnessed exactly what his father reported. If convicted, Cornelli faces up to 7 years in prison. A nationwide manhunt is over after the man accused of killing 2 teenagers in June turned himself in to Minnesota authorities in Polk County. Investigators say Valentin Mendoza's pickup truck crossed over the center line into the oncoming lane of traffic and hit the car that the teens were driving head-on. The speedometer on his truck read was going 75 miles per hour, even though the speed limit was 45. Mendoza faces up to 10 years in prison. Police and mental health professionals with the Minnesota Vikings are working with defensive end Everson Griffin. Griffin made a call to 911 around 3 a.m. this morning in which he said there was an intruder in his home and that he needed help. Police say Griffin also told the dispatcher that he fired a weapon, but nobody was injured. Authorities didn't find an intruder at Griffin's home. Minnesota Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer says the team's only concern at the moment is Everson Griffin's well-being. For the first time, a federal jury has ruled 3 major pharmacy chains are liable for their role in distributing opioids. The verdict found CVS, Walgreens, and Walmart responsible for not stopping the painkillers from flowing into 2 Ohio counties. All 3 retailers plan to appeal. Animal health officials say a strain of bird flu confirmed in a Minnesota turkey flock does not pose a threat to the public, and there are no safety concerns. The State Board of Animal Health says routine testing discovered the disease at a farm in Candy-Ojai County. The flock was quarantined and the birds will continue to be tested along with other flocks in that area. Health officials say that the virus is different from one that caused the bird flu outbreak in the Midwest in 2015. Today, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and the Minnesota Turkey Growers Association presented Minnesota's Thanksgiving turkey to highlight the importance of agriculture in the state and the critical need to fight food insecurity, especially ahead of the holidays. The Turkey Growers Association also presented a $10,000 check to the Hunger Solutions Organization of Minnesota. The money will continue to supply turkey products for food banks and put on grocery shelves across the state. As isolation continues to impact local seniors, you can help bring some holiday cheer through the Be a Santa to a Senior program. It was created by Fargo Home Instead to support older adults who may be overlooked or alone during the holiday season. The gifts collected, which are often necessity items such as toiletries, clothing, and blankets, can help area seniors combat the holiday blues.
We went to a nursing home and this lady says, "What are you doing?" And we're like, "We're here to give you a gift."
Oh.
"But why me?" And we just said, "Why not you?"
Right. Oh.
And she just had tears in her eyes, and it was pretty touching, and so we spoil her every year.
If you want to get involved, visit one of the participating locations and look for the Be a Santa to a Senior tree on display now until December 12th. Choose an ornament with a name or gift request and then return it to the tree unwrapped. Volunteers will wrap them and then deliver them in time for the holidays. A holiday tradition for many in the Metro is back. Starting tomorrow, you can drive through to see the annual holiday lights at Lindenwood Park. A grand opening is happening tomorrow night at 5:30. You're invited to come enjoy the 95 colorful displays, 23 of them which are new this year. The light displays at Lindenwood are open nightly from 5:30 to 10 November 25th to December 31st. It's going to cost you $10 per vehicle, $15 for a bus or limo to get in. The Fargo-Moorhead Sertoma Club is also collecting non-perishable canned food items for local food shelves. If your kids are itching to get back on stage, registration opens today for the Winter Academy at Trollwood Performing Arts School. They are back in person and online this January 6th through February 13th. The Winter Academy has a variety of classes, including vocal, music, dance, improv, and sketch comedy. For middle and high school students in grades 5 through 12, registration opens tonight at 5 o'clock, and you can also get a 10% off through Monday, November 29th. So much planning goes into your Thanksgiving meal. Up next, why it's important to keep fire safety in mind.
I believe we mentioned yesterday how today's air would feel like a slap in the face. Indeed, we've seen temperatures 30+ degrees colder and gusty winds to 45 miles per hour. Tough day on hair follicles. Factor in wind and cold temperatures and check out these wind chills. Oh no, Inuvik, 44 below? How cold will we get? I'll have details in your hour-by-hour forecast next.